get for you today? Watch your back.
You will not find them.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Oh, hello. I hope to see you again soon.
Over here is the August Stone Fragment Exchange. Used to be where you got the challenge gear. Now down here
What do you need?
is this guy. It's where you used to have a daily. And here's the engineering section. With if you're an engineer, charming. Yeah, here's the engineering section. If you have engineering, you can auction here. But since I don't, I have to go back to the city. It was the same in Dal and Ras. There was a Harvey unit there.
You need something? For the
And here is our little portal nexus, including portals to Dal and Shad. So it's useful. Actually, given the flexibility of here, I am... Sadly, you have to do this all on foot, but I'm actually going to shift my Hearthstone 2 here. Because then I can port to Dal or Shad as I feel like.
greetings, wanderer. Next one is on me.
Excuse me, Paladin, is your name Desik? A figure in a dark cloak asked that I give this to you. She was a traveler from beyond the mist like yourself, but well, I didn't trust her. The message comes from a tavern in the Veiled Stair. I'll give you the note, but watch your back if you venture up there.
Jade Serpent.
Get this start the legendary quest. Which I'd like to get done, because I never did finish it first time round, and it bars me out from killing the boss in the Timeless Isle. Venture, I've gone through great effort to learn your name, and I'm pleased that one of my missives found its intended recipient. Well, it's quite a Pandaria for the moment, but world events are quickly developing. Help me shape the course of the upcoming conflict and be generously rewarded. Stick me out at the tavern in the mist, hidden away in the Veiled Stair.
My goods are crafted with great care.
Please, browse my way.
Looking to buy? May your days bring you joy.
Keep your eyes and heart open.
Greetings. We seen you.
The way they say greetings. For whatever reason, I always heard Matt groaning. Matt groaning, whatever. The Simpsons guy. Ah, my elbow. Oh, do I? Execution sentence is the best one, apparently. Apparently not to use this, but to use Sacred Shield, and to use Clemency. Apparently I'm to use Hand of Sacrifice a ton, especially when combined with the thing that means I take no damage from using Hand of Sacrifice. Normally it transfers some damage to me, but in this case it just like knocks like 30% damage someone takes off of them. And yeah, that's a great utility, but it's not great, you know, with a controller. So I'm not the biggest fan of it. But could go back to trying mouse and keyboard. Could try it. Ugh. Hello, friend. Congratulations on your recent accomplishments in Pandaria. From the misty heart of Jade Forest to the forbidden lands beyond the wall, word of heroic deeds rings out among the voices of my people. Please accept this gift to help you celebrate. Work here is only beginning. Representatives of the Vale of Eternal Blossoms can direct you towards trouble spots where someone of your skills is desperately needed.
Greetings. Go with honor.
Tired. Why did I want to go back to Stormwind? I don't remember. You know, one thing I was thinking of, like, I'm not sure how buddy the Alliance and Horde are in modern WoW. There was a quest where they were trying for peace with them, but there was still a lot of rumbling and agitation, which makes sense. One way I could see of justifying continued conflict is lack of political capital. Like, even in more of a warlike people like, you know, the orcs, political capital is still a thing. How much leeway a leader has to get away with before seeming weak, you know? And people stop listening to him or outright challenge him for position. As long as he seems strong, they may go along with something, kind of thing, you know? But once he starts seeming weak, then they, you know, he loses his sway. Again, I'm not sure how they're going about it. I doubt it's well. The sons of Wotor preach tolerance and understanding. Makes no sense. It would be better to say, like I said before, that they've been trying their hands at peacekeeping, or I'll need to know the full structure of what they're saying before I could rewrite it. Even then, I'm not sure I could get Anduin Lotar's voice right. I don't know the character intimately enough. I worry about getting it right for my own characters that I made up myself. I remember thinking I wanted to go back here, but I don't remember why. Ugh. Let's head back to Half-Hill and Veiled Stair. Like I worry about getting my own character's voice right. Like, you know, is too much of me coming out. Because my characters speak differently than I do, but they also speak differently from each other. So, like, you know, I may phrase something like that, but, you know, would so-and-so phrase it like that? Probably not. So I need to write it differently. I was talking about character voice before. Though I think it was in some EVE Online post commentary that will be coming out post Season of Discovery. So quite likely after this. When I talk about character voice, I don't mean the voice acting. And I don't mean like how... Well, I don't mean the voice acting. But that can play a part. Character voice is a wide range of things. How the character expresses themselves. On all levels. What sort of words do they use? Do they use words at all? Do they, you know, they may express themselves, how they express themselves through action. If they have a verbal tick, that can be part of it. Their accents, certainly. Every level of how a character expresses themselves is part of a character voice. And as such, when you're trying to get a character's voice right, you have to think about them on all levels. So like their history, their schooling, their education, just like their position in life. A way to think about it is, I remember seeing a conversation on Tumblr talking about Sherlock Holmes. And like the reason why Sherlock Holmes could work the way he worked was because in his society things were very regimented. Uh, Things were very regimented, where a nobleman would do X, Y, and Z. A dock worker would have A, B, and C. They would have very narrow scopes and visions. But meanwhile, in something like Discworld, him as a detective would not function because the scopes were completely different. How people expressed themselves there was completely different. Their example was Ankh-Morpork, or however you say it. The people there, like, there was a noble woman, but if you were to look at her, she wouldn't look like one. I can't really remember how they described her, but the vision I'm having in my head at the very least was almost like a farmer's wife. She was dressed in hard-wearing clothes and personally raised dragonlings herself. She was a duchess or something, but you wouldn't think it to see her. Similarly, a nobleman there would put up his own, patio and damn well could even have tattoos. Something that would be estranged in the other place. And this is all, tied in with character voice. The people here express themselves very differently than people over there. The culture is different. It all affects how characters will express themselves or appear. And this is all stuff you have to keep in mind when you're writing a character. You could write a character like someone from Ankh-Morpork in the Sherlock Holmes books, but you couldn't have them actually fit in. They would stick out like a sore thumb, and rightly so. You could try it the other way, and it might work. But I don't know enough about the setting to really know how well that would work. I've only read 2 Discworld books, and neither were set in the place. Most I've seen was Kokoski's Let's Play of the 2 Rincewind games. So I can't really comment on it. I did kind of lose my segue, the exact trust of what I was getting at there. But yeah, basically just simply like when you're thinking about a character expressions, like how a character's voice, it's not just their voice acting, it's not just how they speak, but it's what kind of words do they say? Do they speak at all? Maybe they're exceptionally stoic and don't actually talk. Maybe they're perfectly physically capable of it, they just don't feel like it. There's my mind drifted and I lost my train of thought. Basically, it's not just in character voice, it's not just in how they sound, it's how they express themselves on all levels. And it's something you have to really keep track of. So it's always awkward for me to try, I'm worried about properly representing my own characters. So it's always awkward for me to try and represent someone else's. Because it's just like, I don't know that character inside and out. I'm not in their head. I don't know how they would speak. I'm probably being too obsessive about it in all honesty, but I just want to make sure I'm doing the right job.
me of your travels.
Don't you just love watching the birds? I wish I could fly too.
Welcome.
Yeah, same.
Travel. Greetings. I hope to see you again
Greetings,
soon.
wife.
Not in Chi-Chi's backyard. Not all Hosen are the same. Chi-Chi's tribe was Forest Hosen, came from Jade Forest. Pretty easy to get along with. The Kunzan invaders, they come from mountains far to the north. Not nearly as nice as Chi-Chi. They come into our green land, take our things, leave big mess behind. Chi-Chi wants to kill them. You like to help? Ook and Mountain Hosen. They know not how hard little Chi-Chi's working. Bad monkeys. Old Hill Paul or Chi-Chi? I'll give it to you. Oh my, you know what this is? A frick-frack. Frick-frack for chief only. Which mean, you must think me as chief. We boss buddy now, Desic. Ooh, pretty. So blue, so soft, thanks.
The waters foretold of this meeting.
Lovely apples and salted carrots. Need like 5 apiece. It's really expensive to actually cook for these people because you need to spend a couple like 100 gold going by our market prices a day to gain rep with them. And there's a few levels to yeah, there's 6 levels here with this guy, and it's presumably the same for everyone else. So you'd spend a lot of resources just trying to make these people happy. You can spread it out more if you want. That way you can probably cover a lot of it with your own farm. So like you could focus on this guy, so you can get the free forecasts. And he likes carrots, so you grow nothing but carrots for a while. But that will stretch it out for ages. So yeah, apples.
Do not
Buy Jinyu a drink.
swim against the current.
Hey, this is my favorite food. Thanks, Desic.
The river goes
An apple for me.
where the river
Thanks.
wills.
Slow down.
Bah, leave an old man be.
White tiger watch over you.
Say, you there, Desic? Say, you there. Desic, was it? I've got a problem and I need someone with better legs in mind to help me solve it. My prize winning chicken has flown the coop. Now she's out in the open mingling with other hens, wild birds, and ill-intentioned roosters. My farm is west of here, south of the Sky Range. Could you find her? And bring her back to me.
Enough of that.
I ain't got no time for strangers. No strangers, now leave me be.
Goodbye.
Oh, hello.
Do you need something?
Farewell.
Have you ever tried mush and tail stew? Chances are, if you have, that it was stringy and tasteless. You see, there's a trick to making the perfect mush and tail stew. You cook it at high elevation. What are gathered ingredients? Take this pot up to the Kunzan village, up in the mountains to the west, and prepare the stew over their bonfire.
May your days bring you joy.
Tell me of your travels.
Are your toms turning green yet? Mine look pretty much the same.
May the mists
The Hosen up in the mountains to the west continue to steal vegetables from my fellow farmers. Being so close to Half-Hill, I rarely suffer Hosen attacks, but my friends have not been so lucky. Seems to me like they steal way more than they can eat. There are many intact vegetables up there in those mountains. Steal them back.
there is no hurry. Next one is on.
Old Hillpaw bet me that my land couldn't grow a pink turnip. I'll show him. My land will grow the biggest, pinkest turnip that old coot's ever seen.
Jade, sir. Looking to buy? May the mist
Oh, I got tiller rep just from growing? At 90. I didn't know this. Is this a new thing? It must be a new thing, because I planted and grew plenty, and I don't think Palanai has exalted tillers. Actually, no, I may have exalted tillers, but not the everyone within the faction to exalted. That might be the case.
I can't cast that.
Hello.
I reckon there just ain't enough hours in the day. How did that sound? Too forced? Think we'll fly at the market?
Jade Serpent.
Huh, that sure help, Paul.
Next one is on me.
It's very, like, ominous music, really. It's vaguely, like, not depressing, but it's just like, you know, the fuck's gonna happen? It's worrying. Again, I've said this before, but it keeps making me think of the goddamn, final zone of Kingdom Hearts 1. When you're standing before the door, after finding your way through the Heartless. And then you end up back on Destiny Island. I would love to play those games, but I don't think I'm allowed. I asked Square Enix before about their video policies, and I was told that their default thing is no, that no one's allowed to use their thing except for business partners. But I was referred to a bit of their policy that didn't exist. They were saying, like, hey, you know, it's listed here on this bit. And they gave me a link, and when I went and looked, it was not there. That section didn't exist. So either they were just bullshitting me, or they had an old memo. Remember, Plague was theorizing that they just really did not want to do their job that day, and so they just fobbed me off. Just, you know, looking to get out of work. I could buy it. I could buy it, but it's a pain in my ass. Huh. I've never gotten so many of these before. I think I only ever got them when I dug them up from the field. Like, seriously, it's very dramatic and very, like, ominous. See this cave at the back here? And there's blockage. It only opens up when you're too exalted with the tillers, and I've gotten everyone to best friend. Down hat. Stolen, most likely. Wait, did I just get another one from them, or is that a leftover thing from... my digging down there. Tail whip? Ah, my eye.
I can't cast it. That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that. That's still ready. That spell isn't ready. Yet. That's still ready. The spell isn't ready. Yet. I can't cast that yet.
Bit of a waste. But whatever. Yeah, definitely want to avoid fighting the Ravagers. They are tanky as shit.
I can't cast that yet.
They're not elites, but they are tanky.
It's too far away.
Okay, want to avoid...
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready.
Okay, off I go. Sorry, got a blast. And I can take off. The green haze to it is a bit concerning. Prepared the right way, on a mountain. Get lost, Tick Nooker.
It's too far away. Still ready.
At least I got my limit. Never mind. I'm gonna call it here. Till next time, folks. Adios.